Today I'm going to share you more of my Pokemon card collection because it's been a while. And I also want to share with you how I was able to pick up this beauty of a card right here. Now, I've gotten some new cards and I want to share with you, but if you've seen a previous video of mine, I talked about how I got a $10 binder version of this card because the actual card here was too expensive. And basically the story goes, it came as a promo set from Japan back in around 2016, and they had a binder and some other things that came along with this card. And most people just care about the card, so they don't really care about the binder. And so you may be wondering, well, how come you have the card now? Well, actually, I saved up and I guess I really wanted this card. This is like one of my favorite cards. Incredible artwork and very reminiscent of the Munch artist and his artistic model. And I already had a couple of the other ones. I have the Rowlet, the Eevee, and the Psyduck. And so I was like, I got to try and complete my collection here and get one of these. Now, the issue with this card is the condition is terrible. If you look on the front and back, there are literal indentations throughout the card. I don't know what the guy did who had this before me. Maybe he pushed it down on something, but there's like white splotches here and everywhere, indentations throughout the front. So another reason that I was able to afford this is I got one on the market with possibly the worst condition. I mean, sure, you can rip the card up and make it this a lot worse, but it's probably on the very low end of condition. That said, it's still the card. It's still the card. I finally have this piece of history, and out of most of the cards in the Pokemon card universe, this is what I wanted the most. So that's that. Let's move on to some other stuff. This is from the vintage era days. I think this was 1996 when this came out. But I think this came from a vending machine. And the artwork is beautiful. It's a Pokemon Cardass. And you get a lot of these like duo Pokemon battles. And yes, you get artwork like nothing before, and it's vintage. This is a touch trainer Pokemon card, also from the vintage era. From what I know, this was awarded in the same tournament that a lot of the most rare, expensive cards from the vintage era were. I think even the some big trophy cards, Illustrator Pikachu, also came from this tournament. So this one's definitely super cheap actually. Only cost me about $20. But it's cool to be part of that, historic era. Obviously, I like my Japanese promos, so this is a release from the launch of the Kanazawa Pokemon Center in Japan. And the Pikachu here has this nice little traditional Japanese outfit. So usually I feel like Japanese promos usually do well. Like all these cards, I'm hoping will go up in the long run, but who knows really? Who really knows if I'm right or wrong? These came from the 10th anniversary Japanese Pokemon set, and I actually have a lot of them because basically it was a entire binder that came out, and you get 10 cards in that binder from the movie promo set. And so each one is a legendary with its own unique artwork. And I think really this goes under the radar because it's a 10th anniversary. It's not the 20th or 25th. And so it's still back in the day, and it encompasses all of some of the most iconic legendaries. We have Entei here, Celebi. The first 10 legendary Pokemon, really. We have Darkrai, Mewtwo, Lugia. And I think there is a small following around that. Some of the PSA 10s for that go for a couple $100. And I think the issue there is that getting a 10 is very hard because it seems like most of the crap on the market, the condition's pretty bad on. for those. I guess people just got them as a promo and never really considered at the time to keep them in good condition. This is a recent card. You may have seen it in the last year or so. It's the Charizard Illustrator Contest card. I think these were printed to the ground. There's probably tens of thousands out there. But I got a bunch of these when the hype first started. And basically they had this big art contest and the winner got their own card. And it also came out as a kind of promotional thing where if you bought some stuff from Japan Pokemon Center, you got that card for free. At the time, I was like, this is hype. It's a Charizard promo, which doesn't come out much. The artwork's great. It's Japanese promo, exclusive. And I think the supply is just too big because, the price, if anything, just decreased after I bought it. So unfortunately, I took an L there. Here's another card-ass Pokemon Monster card. Once again, the condition on these are always terrible because it's not really a card. It's more of like a, vending machine card. And also, people just don't keep the condition well. But here's the Machamp, one of my favorite Pokemon. And you just get some really cool artwork. This is like back in the day when Pokemon first started. Here's another card-ass card I bought. You have Bulbasaur here, and this is like old school Pokemon. So you have some like little seeds and stuff in the ground that he's shooting out. It's a unique artwork that's maybe small things different from how it is today when you see a Bulbasaur. I think Bulbasaurs nowadays are a bit more cute looking. This one has a little bit more of an angular, ferocious look in my opinion. I liked Kanazawa Pikachu so much that I did get a second one. So beautiful card, and the condition on this one is actually not bad. I try to get these on a discount, and this one may be a PSA 9. There's a little bit of whitening in the top left, but otherwise it's pretty flawless. So Japanese promos always a beautiful way to go. I want to touch on some other cards I got recently. Charizard promo from Hidden Fates. This is like a $5 card, and the artwork is amazing. It's a full art card, which is rare. Charizard promo as well, which doesn't come out often. And I just thought for the price, given how like perfect and flawless the condition is, I thought it was worth a buy. Twice Baked Jake mentioned it, and just given the price, that's pretty cool. I've also been getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! If you saw my other video, I pulled a Maximum Gold Blue Eyes White Dragon from a set of about 6 booster packs. I was pretty happy with that, but again, that's more so for fun than any type of price increase, because really that's a very modern set and they're printing it to the ground. Now this is one that came from the 20th anniversary set, the Pokemon Generation set, I believe. And what we have here is this incredible timeline lapse of a little kid growing up with his Charmander. And I think this is a great fit for me because not only do I kind of look like this guy with glasses, that was also my childhood. It was this, and arguably the closest other franchise parallel is Toy Story. I pretty much grew up the same age as Andy for each of those Toy Story sequel movies. So it's very nostalgic, and to see this unique artwork of this is incredible. Now, I will say that the condition on these is not a 10 out of 10. It may serve as a 9 out of 10, but I just thought it was worth the purchase. I think I bought all three as part of a set for $50 or so. I can't remember the exact price I got it for. Here is a Rowlet Japanese promo Pikachu. This one came from the Tohoku Pokemon Center launch, I believe, in Japan. And I'm a big fan of like Poncho Pikachus and just the artwork and the promos behind it. Frankly, Rowlet's definitely not my favorite Pokemon, but this was one that was affordable for me. It cost about $50. And there you go. There's the Rowlet Pikachu card. Beautiful, beautiful design. Also, had to pick up an amazing rare Kyogre. I mean, the centering on this top to bottom sucks, but it is a beautiful card. And, just look at the rainbow background that splashes into the borders. Incredible thing there. Let's touch on some more promos. So we have a Surfing Pikachu promo. Beautiful. I think that's the probably most iconic version of Pikachu you see, Surfing Pikachu. And you have this much more modern look for it. It's almost CG in the background. And I think this artwork is maybe one of the best for Surfing Pikachu. The 2D ones from the old school vintage era, it just kind of look a bit whack to me. So this was an interesting pickup. And we also have here a, Munch Scream promo Eevee. Like I said, I have all the other ones. This one, PSA 8 or 9. It's not a 10. There's a little bit of whitening on the corners here, but generally good condition. And this is something that's definitely a bit more affordable if you're not willing to venture out to get that Scream Pikachu version. And of course, we have a Shibuya Pikachu here. Once again, this is something that Twice Baked Jake recommended. It has this really cool kind of street artwork going for it. And, I think I picked this up for only like $30-$40. I would like for some of these promo cards to go up in value. Because I think, they have a lot of potential here. They're exclusive, they're limited print run, and they have these unique artworks. That said, you have to kind of take it in stride. You just never know with the Pokemon market. People will give out all these claims, and sometimes they're dead wrong. And then the final thing here is another Japanese promo, and this time we have a playing card. They actually gave out the whole set of playing cards with a box, a Mario Pikachu, like Pokemon and Mario collab. I think the only one they ever did, and this was also like 5 years ago. And of course, every other card in the set is just ridiculously expensive now. I think graded PSA 10, a Mario Pikachu card can go for like $3,000. The full art one goes for even more. And so instead, I still got the great artwork. You have the Mario Pikachu here, but it's a playing card instead of the regular card. It's still cardboard, so like why not? And I got this for like $5-10 maybe. So rather than paying thousands for basically the same artwork here, I was able to get something from the same set for a fraction of the price. I don't think this will go up in value. From what I've been told, playing cards, people just don't collect. I don't get it. It's still a piece of cardboard at the end of the day, but I guess these were printed more to oblivion because you get 52 per deck. So I guess people just the demand doesn't match the supply. Also, I guess as a last showing, we have two beautiful Japanese promo cards here from that 10th anniversary set. Once again, you got a binder with 10 of the legendary Pokemon during that 10th anniversary promo. And here's two more. We have a Latias, I believe. Latias and a Mew. And with these, I think I was actually able to find two that had pretty decent condition, front and back. So, these are cards that I am considering getting graded. I think they have potential to get a 10 or at least a 9. So I can't wait to try that out. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe.